There's no handbook to death. Nobody wants to talk about death. It was a hard pill to swallow because you don't think about it. Teresa and I were young, we were healthy, we were active, we were always on the go. And so you don't really think about death at that age. You think about it down the road. Life changes like in a flash, and you're never really prepared for any of this stuff. I was not prepared. I met Teresa in Olympia at Top Foods. I was going into the bank there to make a deposit, and I told her I was coming back in about 3 weeks. And when I came back, she recognized me, called my name, and a smile. And that was what really got me. I sent her flowers that night to thank her, plus also asking her out. And that's how we met. And our life's been moved on from there. I knew she was the one because of her smile. And just the way she looked at you. It was just, you knew you had someone special that was in front of me. And I knew I could not let this person go away. And that's truly how I felt. When we first met Lauren, we just felt like she was part of the family. And we had, not only we talk about the product, but we also talked about family. We just talked about interests and what we like to do. I really found out who Lauren really was as a person, as not only as the person I had to make the phone call to, but as a friend. It made sense to us because we did not have, we had life insurance. We didn't have burial insurance, death insurance. And that was like another piece of just coverage. If you have an active life or a non-active life. We're on a Harley-Davidson ride, coming back from the 101 down the coast, and it was on a Monday night. Got home, everything seemed normal. I go into the kitchen to get some drinks for us to sit down, and she's on the couch in the living room. I called out her name, asked what she wanted to drink, and there was no answer. As I popped my head around the corner, she's having a stroke. Everything changed right then and there. She was airlifted to Harborview, put into the ICU to get stable. Doctors scrambling, everybody was scrambling. It was really chaotic. I called all family members, and as well, I even called Lauren to ask her, hey, what do I do? The very next day, Lauren was at Harborview in the ICU with me. Just tell him, she gave me a hug. She said, and I just remember the hug, I remember the smile, her just saying, just the concern, and she says she'll take care of everything. Just don't worry about that piece of the freedom of choice. Don't worry about that piece right now, so I have to worry about that because Lauren had that covered for me. And she did. And at that time there, I was just talking to her, and then at 9:32 in the morning is when I took her off life support. As they were pulling the tubes out, she gasped for air, and they said that's normal. And then as we're moving more tubes and unplugging stuff, all of a sudden there was another gasp for air, and all of a sudden the monitor started beeping, and she came back to life. And it was a miracle, really, because only 1% of the people survived this. That morning there was when I came down to get her in the morning to take care of her. I had to give her a shot every day called hemotrope. Well, she was bleeding. She was bleeding from the mouth and the nose and stuff, and I knew she couldn't talk anymore, so I grabbed her hand. I said, can you hear me, Teresa? And she squeezed my hand. That's how we communicated. And I said, I love you. And she squeezed me. I said, you love me, girl? And she squeezed my hand. I said, we had the best life ever. She about broke my fingers, And so it was really, that's how I ended my life with her. The freedom of choice policy itself was probably the easiest step of everything I had to deal with to the death of my wife, Teresa. Lauren was correct when she explained it to us how it worked. She said, it's only a phone call away to activate this. To have pieces in place to make your life easier, you make one phone call with the freedom of choice. You make one phone call. They take care of all the stress. All I had to do was to go down to the funeral home and I signed my name. That's all I had to do, nothing else. It was done, simple. It was sad, it was a hard-fought battle, but a lot of good comes from sadness too, because she was an organ donor and 64 body parts were given off that lady. And people got eyesight, people got, skin grafts, bones, all the different parts from her. So, and she still lives on, and I'm grateful for that. And that's pretty much our life. And I miss her. I truly miss her to this day. Teresa always threw that in my head, you will meet somebody, I promise you, you will meet somebody. And I never understood that until one day I met a lady named Donnell. But I really truly believe someone, like a little angel, guided me to Donnell, because we picked up life and we're creating memories every day. I'm happy again. There are days I'm sad, but I can look back at all the days. I always tell people, create memories, live your life. You do not know when things can happen. And I know that for a fact because I've lived that nightmare. Enjoy your life and be prepared. Be prepared for what could happen. And by having proper insurances, the freedom of choice, those are the key pieces of the puzzle that being prepared makes it easier for others if something does happen.